Hey wedding professionals, we're getting to the end of the year here, and we are going to talk in this video about ways to save you time and money in the financial side of your business as we come to the end of the year. Hey guys, this is Michael. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Katelyn's husband, covering for her today. I handle the financial side of all of our business stuff, and so we're excited as we're coming to the end of this year to share some tips that hopefully will help you understand better and make better decisions as we finish out 2020. So tip number one might seem super simple, but for someone who works with a person like Katelyn, she used to think that it was her role to handle everything, and she didn't really want to outsource anything. And I came into the business, started taking over financial things, and said, hey, I think we really could use some professional help here. So tip number one is to hire a professional CPA. This can be kind of daunting, that there are a lot of different people out there that do this. There's companies online that will do this for you. We prefer an in-person, one-on-one kind of relationship that we can let somebody really get to know our business and our structure and how we do things and handle that. And it's just been a huge opportunity of growth for us because they just know so much more than what I would know doing it myself. So there's kind of two paths you can go down on this road. You can either hire someone literally just to file your taxes, which is what we definitely recommend. There's just so many little nuances to that process that we really think that somebody who is a professional at that does that. The other option is to have somebody that files your taxes and helps with bookkeeping. This is something that we've implemented in the past couple of years. Someone that literally looks at our books month by month, sending us updates. We can ask questions. They ask us questions about, what category does this go under? And it's just been a huge opportunity for us to remove some stress of like, oh my gosh, I hope we're doing this right, to, hey, what could we be doing differently that would help us financially? And just to have that resource is a huge opportunity. So once you've hired a CPA, that leads us into tip number two, and that is to schedule a meeting with them to go over the full year before the year's end. Katelyn and I normally try to schedule this in December, early December. We wait until after we've had our Black Friday sale because that can kind of change what our books look like in the fourth quarter. And so the option is to sit down and for them to kind of run the numbers, what it looks like through early December, to know what our tax liability is going to be, to let us know if there's any decisions that we need to make about end of year expenses or deductions or things like that. And it's just been awesome to have that as a resource to know, okay, where are we at financially? And when they're running your books, you're kind of getting a month by month snapshot of that. But this is kind of looking at the full picture of what does that look like? Where are we at before the end of the year? So obviously, when you're talking about taxes and all that is involved in that, it is important to have a professional opinion just to help you navigate all the little different nuances. There is a lot of strategy into filing your taxes and making sure that you're getting the best benefit for you, which leads us into tip number three, to be strategic with year-end expenses and deductions. We have had instances where a new lens has come out, but we don't really need it, but we're like, hey, it's a year-end expense. Like, why don't we get that? Where we know that we need hard drives or memory cards or things that literally we have to keep the business running, that we rotate through over the years. And so just really trying to be strategic with what that looks like, talking with your CPA, like, hey, I'm planning on making this purchase. Does that look okay? We really need a computer. We've had the same computer for 5 years. We're ready to switch over to a new one. How does that fit into our budget? And how does that fit in to our year-end expenses? Because when you start thinking about big purchases like this, you want to be as intentional and strategic as possible. These conversations that you can have with your CPA, they may say, hey, you've had a lot of expenses this year. What if we waited until January of next year to make this purchase? It would be a better strategy for your expenses than making a big purchase at the end of this year when you've already had a lot of deductions. So when you're thinking about, $2,000 cameras or a $3,000 laptop that you need, do we need it in 2020 or can it wait till 2021? And just trying to make sure that you're making the best decisions for the business. So wrapping up, just to go over everything again, you want to make sure that you have a professional CPA. That is step number one, tip number one. Next, you want to make sure that you schedule a meeting with them before the end of the year, just to make sure you have a full picture of what that year looks like. And then step number three, you will really want to be strategic with those end of the year deductions and expenses, just to make sure that you're very strategic with how you're using your money at the end of the year. We hope this video was helpful. We're very excited to offer videos like this. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave those in the section below. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.
Bye. Editor Tyler here, shameless plug. If you do happen to have some end of the year deductions that you're looking to spend and you want to spend them strategically, education is one of the best ways that you can spend your end of the year deduction money. So go get some KJ education in your life if you have some end of the year expenses, and help keep my lights on. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.